I just want to thank you guys for the love and support that you guys have been giving on the Challenge Belleville edition specifically. It was a passion project of mine to work on, and I always wanted to do a show. I always wanted to host a reality show. I always wanted to be part of one. And basically now with the success of the Challenge Belleville edition, I kind of went one step forward to that dream. So I appreciate everyone that not only took part in it, you know, those who did cameras, those who played in it, those who were watching, but just everybody in general. Appreciate you guys. And now, so the Challenge Belleville edition was actually one of the biggest projects I think I ever even worked on the channel. Even before that, I did like a liminal spaces video where I went just like a few minutes away, about almost an hour away, in New Jersey to go see a liminal space spot that was really popular in person. It was actually a school. So I want to give you guys the entire rundown of the Challenge Belleville edition in this video. So to start off, we do have episode 1. Our 7 contestants are coming in. And the 7 contestants are Xavier, Luke, Johnny, Rich, Athena, Amanda, and Van. The first competition does start right away, and only the guys take part in it, since it's what I called a slight purge. See, in this challenge, no one's going home, but someone will be sitting out for sure. And it's for the guys. Since we have an unequal amount of girls and guys, I had the 4 guys compete in a first challenge of a race from my fence to a tree in my backyard. They had to do this 3 times, and the last guy to finish would be sitting out and would also choose 2 other players to sit out with them. Johnny ended up coming in last and had to choose 2 people. So at first, he chose Amanda. And then he chose Van, leaving Rich, Athena, Luke, and Xavier to battle it out in the actual first competition. They would then get into pairs chosen by me and would have to grab a cup from one of their buckets, take water from it, bring it to their partner, and their partner had to go fill up a water jug on the opposite end. They would be running back and forth for a few minutes, filling up the jug and the cup with water. And it was Luke and Xavier versus Rich and Athena. See, I wanted this first game to actually be a little easy, right? This is our first season, and we're bringing these contestants in from who knows where. So I wanted to be a little easy on them this first time around. And so I was. Xavier and Luke got their jug filled first, and then they had to do the second part of the challenge, which was the whole race all over again by themselves. In the end, Luke filled up his jug before Xavier did, and Luke won immunity. As everyone goes to separate, there are talks of several different people possibly being thrown into elimination. Rich, Van, and potentially a few others. Deliberation starts. Luke has to sit out and is not allowed to listen in on the deliberations. Everyone talks. They've come to an agreement. 4 of them vote Van in. 2 of them vote Rich in. Van is a definite for the elimination and heads in. As for the others, now their fate lies in Luke. Luke now comes out, and we head into the elimination, and Luke chooses Rich. So now we have Rich versus Van, and a cornhole game that's first to 3. The game begins, and it looks like Van has a lead, but Rich takes the win, making Van the first contestant to lead the show. Now we head into episode 2, and there's a lot at stake since this is the final episode before the finale. See, everyone thought that because there were 7 people, there was going to be more episodes. It's only our first season. We wanted to do a test run, so we did 3 episodes. And now their challenge is challenge trivia. This is trivia that's based off of MTV's The Challenge, based on the contestants, on the premise, fights, even places that they filmed it. And so I had the contestants all put both hands in the air because it was also an endurance competition. If they got a question wrong, they would get splashed and one hand would come down. If both of their hands came down, they were out. See, the endurance part comes in where if they put both of their hands down, regardless of being asked a question or not, they're out. So there's that. And I'm correct, the elimination does go as follows: Athena, Luke, Rich, Johnny, and then Amanda, making Xavier the winner of this challenge. Now, we head into deliberation, and the plan is to try to get either Luke or Rich out. As Xavier goes into my house and cannot be a part of the conversation, the vote is nearly unanimous to throw Luke in. The only vote not for Luke was his own. Now we have Luke in the elimination, and everyone else's fate lies in Xavier. So we get to the elimination, and no shock there, Rich is going in. See, Xavier's plan the entire time was to pit Rich and Luke against each other to get one of the stronger guys out of the game. And his plan worked. Now, for sure, one of the strong guys is going home without a doubt. And Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared trivia is what plays next. After that, they're given a few questions. First to 3 wins, but there's also a potential for a tiebreaker. If Luke is the first to 3 points, and Rich still has 2, then all Rich would need is a 3rd question to tie it up. But does not get that question, and Luke does, then Luke would win, and vice versa. So, the tie does happen. It's Rich and Luke in a tiebreaker situation. And question of creative color was involved, and Rich won that elimination too. So now Rich has a record of 2-0 in eliminations, while Van and Luke have 0-1. So now the finalists, Athena, Amanda, Rich, Johnny, and Xavier, are all ready to see who wins the Challenge Belleville edition. So we make our way to a park in my town. Our local park, actually. And it's time for a race. See, the race that they did in my backyard, that was child's play. Try 3 laps around a gigantic park with several hills. Of course, our cameramen couldn't really catch up to them at several occasions, especially the guys, so a lot of the stuff, a lot of the hills and everything kind of got cut out, or just wasn't caught at all. But 3 laps are done. Amanda, after the first lap, quits. She's done. That puts her at 5th place officially. But we cut to Rich crossing the finish line and winning the Challenge Belleville edition, with Xavier coming in 2nd, Johnny in 3rd, and Athena in 4th. That's the whole rundown of this marvelous show that I was able to put together with amazing people. See, the whole point of this show was to prove that I could create something. And I think I proved to myself that pretty well, that no matter what I do, I can always make it better. And I will announce here, there is a season 2. We are in the works of not just getting the challenges, but also casting. I appreciate everyone's time in watching this video, as well as the Challenge Belleville edition. But if you guys are only watching this video for the very first time, don't know what the hell I'm talking about, watch the episode. I didn't put everything that went down in this video. I didn't really say everything that went down. I only talked about the more important stuff. But go check it out for the interaction's sake, what the challenges really look like, and all that other good stuff.